Howdy, howdy, y'all. It's Thursday. We have thoughts. The camera's in sight of your head.
You mean this one?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna point that down.
Topping me off.
And I'm gonna go up a little, and then I'm gonna do that. Y'all are seeing behind the scenes. There we go. That's a little better. That's how I hide it. I got a haircut, by the way. Still need a little chopping out of this business here.
I didn't.
Anyway, it is Thursday, time for some artin' and thoughtin' and artin'. This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
we
are PM Artist Studio. All right, my Arty fans, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we do not know that you were here. We like to know that you were here because we're an arty-friendly bunch. And that's how they know. And we know. And then I can call your name off on the list if you want that. If you want to hang out in the background, that's totally fine. We appreciate that just as much as like watching him replay and doing all that business. But if you would, let us know down below in the comments that you're watching and replay. And still give those thumbsy upsies. Mucho importante.
Oh,
some folks have even shared the stream already. Thank you, Lizzie Jean. Very much appreciate that. And Darcy and Eddie have been sharing it lately as well. I really just appreciate it. All right, let's say hello to everybody. Participants, we've got Christina is here. A Seminole Mind. That's Sue. Alice goes nomad. Hello, Alice. Carrie, Cheryl, Cookie Wookie. That's Mo. Darcy. Edie's here. Emma, Estella, Jeanette, aka Janette. Tell her sister hello as well. Jennifer's Dog Life. She is here. Jocelyn, Ketra, Lexi, Lizzie Jean, Lydia, Mad. Let's see. I'm just going to call you Mad, but let us know in the chat and then please remind me somebody because I will probably not read it because I asked for it and then Carla's here. Hello, Carla. Monica, Marguerite, Penka, Sophia, Sefa, Susanna, SWL, that's Sherry, and the Shelly Studio, that's Margot. If I did not call your name out, simply you didn't show up on the list, just give me some extra pinky hello hands, and I will get you helloed. Sony. Is that right? Or Sunny?
Somebody new.
It is.
Oh, we always thought that.
Okay, so thought for us there, Patricia.
Okay, I'm thoughting, just messing with the mask. I'll sleep those out there.
Hey,
Thursday
Eddie.
thoughts.
Hey, Zen
March 20th, 2025. When is enough enough? This can be a guiding force in life and in art.
Y'all know I tell her all the time. I think that's enough. And usually she puts more.
She's referring to me, saving my...
Oh, well, no, that's even that. Sometimes I tell her to stop doing the thing. See, that's enough. And then do we have enough? That's enough.
I don't know. I'm just, kind of operating under this. We used to call it my Mimi.
Ooh, you notice that?
Just went.
I know, something flickered there. Somebody's
trying to back?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Anyhow, we used to call it the Depression era mentality. Because she grew up in that era where they didn't have, sometimes they didn't have enough.
Right.
If they had not been living, and growing their own food, etc., they would have gone hungry as much, many of the families in the United States during the Depression. So I think that's kind of, I have that's built into me. It's something that I grew up with. You didn't throw things away that would be useful.
Yeah. So that's part of, I think that transferred off onto you.
Yes, very much so. And I think that this, thrift idea is very much part of my art. I can't say it's not. What I want to identify here is something that's more in the area of feeling, a feeling. You can't really put your finger on just exactly what it is. I mean, It's one of those things that I know it, want to see it. Okay? Type things.
Mm-hmm.
So, then the question you're going to ask yourself is, what makes an artwork feel finished? There are two things. Is it better, more balanced, more unified if, number one, something is taken away, removed, or something is added? Now, I know that seems very
Easy enough to say.
easy enough to say.
Hard enough to do.
When you get right down to it. And I'm going to show you some examples here because I kept out a couple of pages of gel prints, brayer-offs,
Mm-hmm.
when I was just doing packets, because I just thought, well, they don't have enough. They don't make it. I'm not going to send this off to someone and have them think, okay, this is
subpar.
Yeah. I just couldn't do it.
Especially if you've ordered before and you've seen what you got.
To me when I get started, I have to keep asking myself, is enough enough?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And move things. Okay. So, what is this unified thing? Well, it means that these things are repeated. Color, line, shape, or form. Well, of course, this would just be shape. Textures or values. And those are the things that, when repeated, make something feel cohesive. Make it feel like it's planned. There's nothing you can add to it or take away. The same thing here. You know, is there too much green? We need to remove some of the green. The lines, there are too many of them up here and over here in the corner. You know, that kind of thing. And move things around, interview, evaluate suitability, try out different pieces. That is, that's one of the reasons that I like doing mixed media, is because you can do that. Once you painted something in, unless you cover it up with something else, you're pretty much stuck with that, literally, if you glued it down.
There's always gesso.
There's always gesso. That's a freeing up force.
Yeah.
Many times it is a small alteration that cinches the deal. Details. Always. Always. Okay, so now we're going to get to some of actual, how we put this business into perspective.
Top side.
Gosh, I'm not even.
Don't you do it at this point.
I'm not going. It says live in 5 minutes.
Well, we're live. People are chatting with us.
It's not showing up.
Emma likes your shirt.
Thank you.
She bought me one too, but mine's different.
Yes. Mariah says Gulf of Mexico. Mine says.
I went with the more.
Oh my goodness, what do I have all over me already? Oh dear God. Golfo de Mexico.
1550.
Yeah. How about that?
In her favorite green.
This is my favorite green, and it's not available everywhere.
If y'all didn't know that.
Bye-bye. Okay. All right. So, isn't this lovely? I think this is really nice. I just left that. I need to get. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to take a minute here.
Yeah. You want to get no like in the thing, and are you on the right one? I don't know if you're
showing up. It's Thursday, right?
It is. You want to refresh it.
And of course, there's a commercial. All right, looky there.
Looky there.
Okay.
All right, and I know that while P was talking, a lot of y'all came in, so just a blanket. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Do give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already.
All right. So I told Mariah, I said, these are going to be the special ones.
It has been well loved.
But I am going to put them in with the other two. So you would be getting 2 plus a really exceptional one in your order. I see what I did here? Cut up some of the blues.
Rhonda wants to know if you gave a thumbsy upsie. She usually does that afterwards.
I already did.
Oh, she already did.
Yeah,
She gave a preemptive.
I did. And I don't especially like the view that I've got going here.
Yeah, you want me to help you out? Do I need to move it? Oh, she's touching the camera. She touched it. We're just gonna go with that. It's
Well,
a little off, but it's not bad. You did good.
needed it more over this way. I was over here looking at all this
Oh, I know.
other crap. Okay, so what I did here is I used a stamp, and I used a piece of another brayer off and glued it down. And I reversed it here, so some of the cards I chopped up into strips to use with the blue business, and then the blue business I chopped up to use with the orange.
Now these are extra, extra.
These are extra, extra. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Yes, these have been stamped. They've been painted on. They have been collaged on. And some of them have been even painted with fancy paint.
Yeah. Ooh, that one's very pretty. Ooh.
So anyhow,
Did you just draw that in?
no, it was a stamp I had. Somebody sent it.
Oh, it was something stamped.
It was something stamped.
I was like,
And I can't tell you
Yeah.
who sent it, but anywho, it was what I needed here. Yeah. Got this yesterday at the VA. Did you know that? 1923 to 2023. 100 years of Texas state parks. Important. All right, so basically I just did what I told you. I went through, I looked at them, I said, okay, I just had this up here. And I thought, it just, I don't know, somehow or other that just doesn't cut it. I think I need to interrupt some of that with some cloudy stuff.
it wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough. Okay, on this one, I had down this piece and this piece. So I stamped it. Then I went, there's not any red up here in this area at all. So I came through, laid down a little piece of, sorry, my nose is, I hope I don't start sneezing because I'm
Don't start sneezing, because once she kind of goes, so that'll be a minute.
trying to get rid of the tickle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Needed a little bit more and then stamped a flower up there in the corner. But this is some leftover stuff from, I don't know when. Again, I just thought it needed something at the top. When I got that down, I was like, okay, I don't really like that. And let me do one last little thing I really meant to do before. See that straight line up there. And remember, these are cards that
These are for the packets.
these are
Right?
for packets. These are not
Okay.
anything that's okay. Now, see why I did that? Just made it feel a little better. I'm not keeping those. Okay. Whacked off the top there, evened that up. All right, where are we going? We're going this way. I just decided, what I did is I came in and I colored in areas where there wasn't a lot of value difference between the stamp and the background, and colored it in. Then I added some white over on the side so it repeated and looked like, that was like not just whatever. Glued the orange strip down at the bottom. I thought it kind of gave it a base. Originally, all I had here was I just had this glued down. I added some more blue at the top. I had an orange flower there and it kind of got lost in the shuffle, so I went ahead and stamped the red image on there. And that was the same, using the same ink pad. Glued down some strips of stuff just to kind of break it up. Came back in, added a little blue on both ends here. And then came back in with the flower stamp.
If you want to come, there you go. That's the spot. Boy, you spent some time on these.
I did. Glued this across here. And then the background is that piece of, you can see all the blue ones.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I cut up. Came back in here and hit some white in between the petals and this little stamp of the leaves across the bottom.
Now, those are some of the new ones. Like, that's the Black-Eyed Susan that she stamped in the middle. And then the more, botanical ones, those are the latest ones from Michelle Sharp. A creative Michelle Sharp.
I've got it going both ways. That's really not okay. I just thought this one was brilliant. And can you see the colored petals?
Did you use the pearl?
I did. And this is the pearl blue.
Okay. There's the lilac or there is the blue, right?
And green. And the green is really my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, and I will show you those in just a minute. All right. So this one, I just came through and where the areas where there was white on one side, I just pulled it across a little bit to this side. And came in and kind of colored in some of the areas.
And that's one of the 5 of the doodle flowers by Miriam. And those are our little, these are the itty bitties of the cherry blossoms.
Okay, so I have them glued down and they just got lost. So then I went over them with white. That didn't quite do it. So I let that dry. Then I came in and re-stamped them and put some blue around them.
Yeah.
Added some of this same blue on it. It was over here, and so I just added some over here to kind of take the eye across and create that horizon line and keep everything kind of tethered. All right, so those are going to go into packets.
It'll be like a golden ticket.
Golden ticket, that's right.
If you're lucky, you're lucky, I guess, because, it's hard to...
I'm just putting them in randomly. Mariah doesn't even know.
Yeah. Sneaking them in.
Yeah. She found this for me, so I added this little string, and it's a little bit more.
So it's funny when I run out of
stiffer, more erect than I wanted it to be. But that's like,
who knew?
Who knew?
So I find things
Where was this?
I'm supposed to give out. Like, these are some of the things that we made. Like, I kid you not, like 2 years ago. Probably at this point. But when I ran out of packets and I was kind of moving around because I have a little area, downstairs in the office where we package orders and things. So I had those and I was like, well, it was perfect because, we've been doing masks. So
yeah, here's the quotation from Oscar Wilde. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask and he will tell you the truth. Look at that wonderful background there. And then I went ahead and I added a little bit more orange and pink down here.
Of course she did. I can't hand something back to her, not her,
And there was a bee there.
I'm gonna be.
Anyway, I thought that, and can you see the shiny business going on there?
Yeah.
Quite the little tag, I must say.
I must say.
I don't know.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm tied on my mask somehow. I don't know.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, so
well, you could put it on the stick.
Oh,
you can dangle off the stick.
Put it on the back side.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to be on the front.
Yeah.
Just loop it over.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so basically what I did here is
Yes, and that is a Wim Wonder ring. I think that is... It's either Dolores or Dorothea.
It's my favorite of the group. Because it kind of looks urchin-y.
Yeah.
So I just came through and did some more urchin-y things here and established some of the lines. Then I went around the little beaded you know, attachment part. And look at those cute little guys.
And that is
over here on
Becky's
the
beads,
side.
the little strip.
Yeah.
I tell you, those things are pretty darn cool. She's done some really cool things with them too.
So here we are again. Same principle, and just, you know, added a little bit of the green. And then here's the small stamp on the side.
The smalls, oh, because it's so there's a block and markings. So
Yeah.
when we talk about block, that means that like there's gonna be it will be like all the shape in between, or the markings is just gonna be like just the line work. It's kind of the best way to think about it, because I know I get every once in a while I get an email about, hey, what does that mean? And even for Brad and I at the beginning of doing this, it was like, okay, does that make sense? Like, you know, just because it makes sense to us doesn't necessarily mean, especially for me. My brain works different.
Okay, I really, I think I need to add one of the string beads stamps over here on the side.
Or you could add in the new one.
What new one?
The little one, the little circles.
No, I don't think that's going to work. But we are going to do that on here.
Oh. We have a new stamp out, y'all.
We're going to see if we can make it work on this one.
Oh, I love that.
These are the two that I put down the last time. Remember, this was, well, actually not. You didn't see this. This is the little flower that I stamped onto the cards.
I do have that special brain.
Can you see it? And then I pulled it with gold.
Yeah.
Kind of shimmers through there. I thought that was pretty brilliant on
my
part.
Yeah. So they're asking which one was that. Hello, Sonia. So okay, sorry. Eddie noticed my special brain. Who made the leaves?
What?
Did you show some leaves?
Yeah.
The newest ones. Oh, those are Darcy's leaves. The newest ones. They're forest leaves, or
I glued down.
But then there's the botanicals, and those were by Michelle Sharp. So, like, if you're seeing those leaves, those are the botanical ones. And there's two sets of three.
The ones that I actually glued down here. I'm trying to find that one.
And then the other leaf ones, the more kind of whimsical. Now, those are Carrie Griffiths right there.
And that was some that have been stamped.
I think, right? Yes.
Other places. Yeah.
I'm pretty good at remembering everybody.
This is my favorite right here, this one. I used it a lot.
Yeah.
And I also like this one.
Well, and it's so hard when everybody gives us like these, you know, all these options. It's kind of like, well, let's just do them all. The lovely thing about how our whole business model works here is that, you know, it really comes more down to time than anything, because the nice thing is that once we produce the one thing, then it's not like we have to hold on to a ton of inventory. But yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I am definitely going to do some stamping on this, and I think it is going to be the beads.
Okay.
You know, like this one.
Yeah. You really, just really been into it.
I'm very much. Yeah.
Those two together have been
I just
a
think
good little pair.
Absolutely wonderful. And they just go with this. I guess this would be a mask. I don't know. This could be a stencil too. I don't know.
It's how you use it. It's really not
all in how you use it.
I struggle because that is also a question we get, and ultimately, the word is a verb. It's more action than it is actual. Like this is a this, and this is a this. No, it's how you use it.
It's all in how you use it.
So it's a verb.
Because it can be anything. All right. So here's the mask. And basically what I'm
That is a mask.
This is the mask. This is the real deal. Remember, I made it the other day. Here, let me. I kept
that made me giggle.
The pattern. Here's the pattern.
You should send that out. Look at that wonky eyeball. But I fixed it.
It's one side's winking.
Or like when you're trying to learn how to wink. Izzy still does it. Cracks me up.
Oh, I know. It is. It's just hysterical. I remember even when she was really little, it was a lot funnier. A lot funnier. Okay. So I decided, and I don't know if this was a good idea, but I've committed to it, so I have to
She started, so
have to follow through here on this jobber. And the reason I did this is you can see here on the eye, I don't have to worry about that white showing on the edge. Well, I did. There's a little bit right there, but it's a lot easier to come in and spot.
Yeah.
Maybe then go all the way around. I don't know. Mariah says she thinks that this is excessive, and she asked me to please not do this online, and I said I'm not going to. But you can see I've started in a couple of places, and look how absolutely splendid it looks.
And so y'all understand what's happening here, and then you'll see this once we're ready for the next step, which won't be as painful to watch.
Yeah, it won't be. But now here I want to show you on the eyeballs, because this is really important, because those curved surfaces, if you want to get them to lie flat,
hey Jenny June,
then you just come in with your little scissors and you just cut these little jobbers so that they go like that.
Hey Lizanne,
see, look at that.
And hey Margie and Brandy. I know I've missed a bunch of y'all folks. I do apologize.
Just eyelash those little things.
Eyelash them. Give them a snip. I'm sure that there's a name for this particular technique, but it can be utilized. Like, this is kind of like how they do woodworking when they're doing things. It's also used like when you're kind of doing books. You can, snip that edge. And it's same kind of thought process.
And also when you're doing
clothing,
hey, and necklines and trying to fit sleeves in and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and sewing, of course.
All right. So that's what's happening here.
Quilting.
So we'll get back to that.
She's just not going to make us watch that.
We're not going to watch. We've got lots of other things to do.
We have 2 cards because it is Mixed Media March 25. That's Carrie's little event. Actually, not a little event. I'm going to say Carrie's very big event. Because this is all month long, every day. And yeah.
All right. So basically, we've got these 2 little jobbers here.
Well, mine would have been, so I started my mask and we did it. I mean, it wasn't like all of the stream, but give or take, we'll say about an hour and a half of it on stream. Then behind the scenes, my mask was probably at least another 4 hours. So probably about 5.5 hours.
Yeah. You spent almost one whole day up here with me. Just.
Yeah. Working on it and finishing it.
And maybe even, I mean, it wasn't like all day.
No.
But a good portion of the day. All right. So we've got these 2. And I wanted to do, Mariah said, well, you've got those leftover things that you painted out, with the watercolor background. And I think I can just about tell you that this is the chalk paint. See, it's kind of.
Well, look at the back. You wrote it on there. Even though you mislabeled it. Oh, no.
I wrote a question on this one.
Question mark.
I know what kind of paper. Well, I don't know what kind of paper that is.
These were the unnamed.
These were the unnamed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if y'all, I know many of y'all, if not all of y'all, watch Carrie. I think in one of his, I think it's in the March, or was it the prep for the Mixed Media March? Anyway, he showed his configuration of his taped together tape rolls. And then people were like, hey, would you make that into a stamp? And so he mentioned it to me and I'm like, well, heck yeah, I think that's a brilliant idea. Because, not everybody owns washi tape or wants them or has them or has used up all of them. They're saving them because they're real pretty. Those sorts of situations. So here they are, and then we made a small one.
Yeah.
Hey, Ricky. Hey, Mimi.
And I really, I told Mariah, I said, I will probably end up using this a lot more than the bigger ones.
Okay,
but
Miriam.
Both have a place in them. And right away I told Mariah, I said, I think that this is too big. So what I think I'll probably end up doing. But
this is close to his original configuration of things. And it is a big one. Like, let me just tell y'all, not everybody can, it's a big stamp.
It is a big stamp. But now here's my idea on this. I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
What's it your idea?
About it. We've already established the fact that I cut.
See, Eddie likes the big one.
Eddie likes the big. There you go. So he's not doing
The big
anything-
one can give you
anything
options,
to
like what
his.
she's just going to show you right here. So there you go. You can share with friends. Talked about that on the one that you chopped up the other day. You can share with your friends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now the configuration that I'm cutting this up into is it's kind of, it's kind of like half and half.
Uh-huh. Yeah, y'all could start a whole little thing in Makers, I don't know if that's a very good business model for us, but that's okay. We get it. This kind of goes, is enough enough? Well, now you can share.
There we go.
I love it.
Alrighty.
See, two for, it's a twofer. Two
It
for the
is.
price of one.
And I just love it. I'm
Mhm.
going to move this out of here because I really like this and I think it has a lot of
Yes, and
potential.
people that work on bigger canvas things, bigger journal books, all of that, the bigger stamp is definitely a must have kind of thing. You know us, we work on a lot of smaller things. Well, P would love to do bigger things, but her space does not allow for that. It says enough. I'm just going to call this stream enough.
Okay, I'm really lighting that one. It's not all grody on the back, so I'm going to try to get another one. I've already grodied up. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yeah, all right.
Exactly. See, Carrie says, I'm of the belief if you own it, you do what you wish with it.
Yeah. If
Right.
you paid for it, there's the
Mhm.
art police aren't going to come in and confiscate your stamps because you misaligned them or something. Okay. Now, here's the deal. Obviously, the bigger your paper, and it's not always true. You can't just say, always.
Always. Sometimes.
And I'm really, thinking about cutting this up too, but I'm not going to do it quite yet, just simply because I think.
Okay.
All right, now I want this on here to interrupt the gold somewhat.
Oh, all right.
But now, see, that seems a little half and half. I'm not feeling that. And I like that a lot better. Do you understand why? Because it's interrupting the horizontals here and making it more of a vertical interruption. And I could even bring it down there. But then I'm getting on the same plane as this one. So I want to take this up and put this up into the more up here. Now what I also could do, let's just see.
Oh, Mo even says, did you see the potential of even using the back of the stamps? She's actually done that before. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
But yeah, these would be kind of good ones, like for little...
Yeah, because you could put that down like that and then line it up.
Well, no. It has to be symmetrical in order for that.
It's not.
We have had this discussion before, having a little
We have
deja
had
vu.
this discussion before.
It does have to be if you want it to match up. But I think if it doesn't, look at this hair. Like, it's sticking straight up. I'm distracted by that. Sorry. I'm just going to put it in the fluff of the thing.
All right. So, I don't, I'm really feeling like the black is too stark.
Okay.
And I'm kind of leaning towards the red that I've been stamping. I swear I can lose something in the shortest amount of time you can imagine. All right, anyway. The leaves that I was doing on the other thing were in my red, which is my big one here. And you can look at your thing there and really kind of ascertain if you've got enough stuff on there.
I remember, so you're seeing kind of the gray inky business that's already on these. That's because whenever I photograph them, that's what I do in order for them to show up nicely. So that will alter the ink color that is on it next because I don't wipe it off. So this is just something to kind of keep in mind. Oh, hey, Elizabeth.
Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to get some of this off of here. Just because I don't know. I don't know that it's necessary. Seriously, necessary, but anyway.
Unless you want to, yeah.
Yeah. Really like these because those little broken lines, and look, they showed up.
Well, that was kind of one of the questions. So, like, whenever Carrie was like, well, we could do just circles. I said, no, I really think that, you need to stamp it and make it, because part of it being a mark making tool is that it isn't because we could do circles and make them perfect, and then you would still maybe get that grungy look after a while, like if you kind of but it would be less likely to happen with the stamp, just because if it has those clean lines, it with the foam it should stamp cleanly. But if we put the grunginess in there, and Carrie did such a good job, so proud of him.
Now, this is kind of making a statement here also. Things that are at the bottom of your picture plane are closer. Things towards the top are far away. So we've just established a way to show perspective here by doing this.
I love that. And I think the gold really was a fab choice, and I love that you went with that red.
Well, I thought about going with the black, but I think the black was just too
it wouldn't have been as much of a statement.
Yeah. Anyway, there we go. Now, this little jobby here,
and welcome to everybody that has come in. Do say hello in the chat if you haven't already. Give those thumbsy upsies. I know we got quite a few of y'all here, and not as many thumbsy upsies. If you're watching in replay, let us know down in the comments below. We like to know that. If you have questions, it's a great place. Always feel free, if you are watching a live stream, to pop those questions into chat. We do our very best to answer those. And the lovely folks that are in the chat are extremely helpful. A lot of times they know more than we do. A lot of times. Ooh, I love that. So I like that. So see, the thing is when you chop it apart, then you can configure it more.
You really can, and that I think is really one of the joys of doing it, because then you are in control of where your circles are going. I really do like these though, because they are distressed looking and they don't look.
Yeah, they're not perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Well, this is a new one from Carrie. And actually it comes in 2 sizes, because people were really loving when he was doing the mark making with his tape roll things and asked, oh, could that be a stamp? And he's like, oh, I guess.
I'm trying to get it back together here. Like this is what it's going to look like when you get it.
Yeah.
Right, like that. But I cut it apart.
Yes, because it's 5.5 inches.
It's a big one.
It's a big one. That's one of our bigger ones. We do not make them, I mean, unless it's a special custom order kind of situation, because of the amount, like the time, material, and a lot of times we've noticed that the bigger stamps don't sell as much, and probably is a price point kind of thing or whatever, but it does require more material, more time, that kind of thing. Hey, Brenda.
All right. So we've got that, and we've got this now.
Hey, Angela.
Now, one more thing that I would like to try here, and I don't know that this is going to work.
Yeah. What are you trying?
Um, I suppose that's what this looks like. Do. We'll get a white piece of paper down here so that we can all know what we're seeing here. Okay. Yeah. What I want to do is I want to stamp this on here
Hey, Nina.
and have it coming off.
Okay.
And I want to see if I can ombre the circles.
Oh, that's a bold move. All right.
I know. I know. Okay. I've got to get ready here.
Okay. Hey, Janice. Yeah, you need to be prepped and ready to go because
There's, no lollygagging here. No lollygag.
yeah.
Okay. So. I think that's a good one. Or should I just go with...
Can you think out loud?
Can I think out loud? Okay. All right. So what I'm thinking here, this right here tells me that it's really transparent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one's more of what I'm looking for here. Is the more, it's got more coverage. Okay?
Right.
So let's find something else here. All right. I'm liking that better.
Yeah.
And those two are going to go together. They're not going to block each other out.
Or brown out.
Brown out.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I don't know.
green is just really, I don't like that green very much. Okay, now I think if I use these three together in this configuration, because this is leaning more turquoisey, this is leaning more, blue-violet.
Yeah.
And then this is back into the turquoisey range. But I
Yeah.
think there's enough here that...
You'll see an ombre.
Yeah. All right, I don't remember the last time I used these, so we're going to go ahead and give them a good shaky shake.
Yeah, that's something to keep in mind, especially with these.
All right, this is Blue Flash.
Yeah, so these iridescent, color shifty, but
This is
they're not super high end paints.
Yeah.
They will separate.
bluish purple
Shake 'em up.
flash. Yeah, give them a couple of wraps on the edge of your...
Hey, Don. Mm-hmm. Oh, your ink kind of mixed in.
Yeah. Yeah,
This would be one reason to clean your stamps, but
All right, so you can see what happened here.
it went purpley.
It went purpley.
'Cause she
And
had
we
the red.
didn't get a whole lot of... But this is okay. We've got this. Now, I can come in and, just do whatever I want to do there inside of those circles. Now that I have, the circle there.
Yeah, and that's something to kind of keep in mind. We were talking about, whether something's a stencil or a mask or, this or that. Well, you can also use your stamps on the gel plate. So you can lift the paint off and then so you have you're able to use both things. the stamp itself, and then the print that's left on the gel plate.
Okay.
Oh, very cool.
See that?
Mm-hmm. Very fun.
Okay, happy about that. I'm going to leave that. So, basically, what needs to happen here, y'all, is clean up your stamps in between if you're going. Now, if I had allowed that red to dry,
yeah, most likely it wouldn't have come off as
it wouldn't have come off of there. And really, I'm not even thinking that these need a whole lot of, because this was very thinly put down here. It didn't leak over to any, and I don't think that it's going to need any.
No, I can barely see any on there. If you do have a lot of buildup of paint, you need to get that off of there, because if it dries on there, it's a real bugger-boo to get off.
Yeah, but there's not a lot there.
Yeah, but it can be done.
It can be done.
Folks have told us so.
All right, so we'll just leave this and use this for another beginner kind of thing. All right, so got this.
Don't forget, we have 19 and 20 to do.
All right, we do. We'll put these aside. Now these may become.
Oh, thanks. And Mo put a link to the clean care and use guide of the stamps.
Okay, good.
So link in
we'll
chat.
Put these over here because these. I'm not going to mess with it right now, but I might if we have time. All right, where's my things we're supposed to do?
1920.
1920.
Now I think we have some kind of collage option on 19 there. There's some pieces.
Oh.
See?
Oh. Well.
Now, do you want me to get that on the card and then you can
Do what?
do what?
Oh, you mean actually?
Yeah, because your size and whatnot. Or do you want to do your backside and then?
Well, I don't think I want to do this until I know what else I'm going to add to this.
Okay.
But I think what would be good is to get this down to the size that's going to go onto the card, and then I will know more about.
Okay, here, let me do that real quick because I can do it probably,
Okay. While Mariah's messing about with that, we'll just put this over there. And see what we need to do here. Well, it's going to be one of those that Mariah's going to have to do. And I don't think you're going to be able to cut off enough from the top and the bottom to put on the sides.
No.
So, you can either do one whole end.
Which I've done. I've kind of done all of the things. Like moved it around, center it up, offset it, then maybe use the strips that I get off of the parts that, because it's wider than it is longer. Kind of thing. There you go. And I left a little bit there so I have wiggle room once it is glued down to trim it.
Okay.
That's smart to do because I tell you what, if you cut it just like spot on, it never goes down the way that you want it to. There's always a little piece hanging off or, you're missing a slice.
All right. Well, we're going to use a little bit bigger because I want to have plenty of room to
do the thing.
Do the thing here. All right. We're going with red iron oxide.
I'm moving that thing because I mean, seriously, for the like past few streams, you bonk it, and then a little dust storm comes off of there, and I'm sure that's not helping with your sneezy feelings. Dust is a thing around here that we just live with.
It is.
There's some management, but not much.
Just being real
honest about that.
Dead to rights.
I want to be, more managing of but there are other things that I'd rather be doing. There are plenty of other things I'm ignoring that are higher on the list.
I think that comes more of the...
Yeah, it really does. There we go. See, Mo, she's right. That's true. Ooh, look at you. All right. Well, it's because it's her favorite color. It's out of the jar. What is it like? It comes out of the bottle that way.
It came out of the bottle that way.
Uh-huh.
It was not altered in any. Now, I do not have to do that, but I choose to do that because then it's not going to, it'll be more organic when I do the other side. Okay. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to use a lot of this same color.
Oh, bye, Shannon.
But we're just going to have it be a little more ushy squishy.
Yeah. We are supporters of napping. She's definitely.
Oh, yes. That's not what I want.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Tracy. And Tracy, your book, oh my gosh, it's wonderful. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, then you're not probably part of Makers. You need to be in Makers to see the book by Tracy.
I haven't seen it either, but I've been very busy with my other obligations.
With your mask and packets and...
It's mainly packets.
Mm-hmm. But we are re-upped, so we're good for a little bit. Hey, Deb, no worries. So happy you're here. Well, thank you.
And this is kind of, repeating what's going on the front here. I'm hoping this shows up. I don't know that it will. But hope springs eternal.
Sunny likes the sound. The crinkly paper business. Yeah, and the deli paper makes the best sound. It really does, because it kind of has that waxiness to it. Good sound.
Well, we lost our little...
You're gritting.
Gritting.
You got kind of a framey... bound and determined. There you go.
Somewhat. It's very disappointing.
Uh-huh.
Okie dokie.
Oh, here, I'll hold that over here. Gotta wait until it dries, and then I'll glue it together, and then we'll show it as the final.
All right. So what do we got here? We can pick up some smushy stuff here.
Nice. Tracy's. You gotta go find Tracy's.
Okay.
She posted it, I think, today.
What is it?
Or, earlier today, I believe.
Well,
What is this little packet of stuff?
Much. Don't want that, especially. Now, some of this might be okay.
What do you... Oh, for that? Right. Oh. I don't know what she's doing. Oh, hey, Lorraine. You stuck in there on me. This is her favorite way to collage things. It makes me crazy. This is like her watching me try to, you know, make a composition.
I'm compositioning.
I know you are, but you always do it in like strips, and I don't know. Our approach is different.
Totally.
Totally.
Okay, I'm liking that. Grab out one more little
piece of that.
Little piece of this here. Can't breathe heavily when you have tissue paper.
Yeah, don't do that.
This is paper.
I don't know if you want to bring any pink back in, but just in case. There's a little sliver of the what was cut off. I also have a little bit of this if you want some of this.
Yeah, give me that.
Nope, it's back behind your little wall there. I got it. Hey, Jerry.
Okay, now we're auditioning. Can't ever remember that word. Interviewing.
It's just to say the one word first, and then she'll get to the other one.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
All right, liking that. Save my little pink piece for, you know, maybe later on.
Save it for later.
Save it for later. Already got a painty brush going over here, but I mucked up a paper towel earlier. Okay, I want the shiny stuff because, what is this?
Excuse me.
Airbrush medium. I don't think I want that.
No.
That's kind of, it's not like totally dull, but it's not like totally shiny. So I'm using the totally shiny stuff.
So that's the...
Because I don't want to lose my metallic.
But that's not the Blick. That's the, like, gloss medium, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Amsterdam Gel Gloss Medium. Thank you, Addie. See, Addie knows. That'll help hold the shine of anything that's shiny.
That's right.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. Sometimes it's pricey. I say if you see it on sale, get it. Because that's how we got hooked into it. Because it was on sale. Like, this stuff is fabulous. And every piece here has been gel printed, sort of. Well, except for the honeycomb business. That is from my project and is the heat emboss. Oh, they have a matte one too. That's actually what we started out with, and then we're like, we should probably have this in gloss as well. Yes, it's good to have both, because sometimes you want it glossy, and then, or sometimes like you should start out with the matte and then gloss it up. And then if you want something kind of in between, the Blick acrylic is sort of in between. Mm-hmm. There's, as Deb says, there's a jar of everything for all art needs out there. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is something for every single.
And then there are things that you didn't realize you needed until you get it, and then you're like, well, where's this been? How did I not know about this?
How did I not know about this?
Or usually in our cases, well, they said it was for this, but we've been using it for this. There's a lot of that.
Alrighty.
Oh, yes, that's...
Now, we need a focal point, so I'm going to drag out some stuff.
Yeah.
Drag out some stuff. I must get up and move about.
Okay. I'm gonna glue this down.
It's one of those bags of stuff.
Oh, good golly.
What?
This is one of the bags. We sent a bag like this off to Lori Marie Jenkins one time. And she sent it off to somebody else.
She said, I just don't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with all this.
I just don't know what to do.
And I was like, I don't blame you. That is also why we sent it.
We didn't know what to do with it either. So we're just passing along our...
Yeah, this is a traveling bag of Arty bits. Yeah. And I wish I could say that this is the only bag like that. It ain't.
Oh, pooty hooty.
Hey, I've got my own bag situations over here. I'm not really judging. I'm just, I'm just making it known. Because I have, well, I only have one at the moment.
It's just not quite the right color. That's too dark. I don't like that. That would work for something else.
He says, nothing wrong with a plastic sack of papers. Or 5.
Well, this is kind of interesting stuff here.
Sometimes it is archaeological. Sometimes it really is just like the leftovers from a particular project.
Or like mini...
Yeah, the collection of mini projects. Because maybe it was all, maybe they were in smaller bags, and then you just get to a point where you're like, I'm just putting it all together. Putting it all together. We'll just go from there.
Okay, I think that's it. You know, sometimes it takes me a long time to figure out something, and sometimes it's just like dadgum, it just falls into place.
Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boopity doop.
I'm not put that way quite yet. Make sure we're glossing here.
Diane. Hello, Diane. She says, I received a small bag of bits like this from you. Well, over a year ago, and she still hasn't used all of it. See? We spread the joy. We really do. We are not stashed with our bits.
Not stashed with our bits. Now, I want that to kind of disappear a little bit, so I'm watering it down before I glue it. Y'all know that little tip and trick.
What are you saying?
If you don't want whatever you have it stamped onto to go, if you want it to go away, you put water first, yes. Then you put glue.
We learned that from y'all.
There we go. I think it's good canoe. right. So this is going to require a little bit
Oh, good night, Anina.
of drying. Let's just shove that in there. Shove the whole thing in the bag. There we go. Save that for later.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Izzy always says about whatever she doesn't want to eat.
Can you just save it for later?
Can I save it for later? I said, yeah, you can, but there's no guarantees because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking I'm going to eat it.
I tell her all the time, I'm like, Gigi's going to eat that. I'm going to tell her she can eat it because it's been in here a day.
Okay. Now, see, I'm really glad we waited because now what I want is I want some of this. Ooh, I don't want that.
This, not that. No. Maybe.
We want this smushy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good night, Miriam. I got Miriam's thing over here. We need to put together a packet for her.
Now we know we're going to lose those, but I want to at least have it kind of evened out here.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. And I really love, because remember I said I had printed that kind of pattern on there? And that's showing up nice. All right, we've got 1 hour.
We can do it.
I don't know.
I don't know what else we have to do. It took me a lot less time to do that composition than I was
but I'm happy that we did it. Okay, well, so today is Thursday. Well, we could do, okay, so tomorrow, you want to do another one? Or figure out one or glue one down? You could go with, and go ahead and get, so Friday and Saturday. I mean, if you want to just kind of, this would be a good, get ahead of the game.
Yeah, well, I don't have anything else to do. So
okay, well, here's 21. Well, let's just kind of do them one at a time. Find something over in your pile or
21. All right, I think what I'm going to do here, I love this gradation.
yeah.
I don't want to lose that. I think that looks cool. But I do want to go ahead and what are you laughing at?
Sunny says, I'd purchase a bag of painted paper bits. I don't use much. She doesn't use much paint, so she'd have to hide it from her other bags of bits. So that way they wouldn't get jealous.
Oh.
I will say, we do have paper packets from our very good friend, Susan Gantz. She sends me, because she creates a lot of things, and so she sends me these packets because we don't really put together, and she does a wide variety of things, way more of a variety than we do. And her packets of papers are phenomenal. Like, there isn't like, oh, I didn't like that in there. It's going to be like, one page is just that much better than the next. And they are variety packs. Like, it's kind of, you get what you get, but you're going to get really cool stuff. So that is in the shop if you want to purchase arty papers and you aren't like big into doing the gel printing or have papers of your own. That is a great way to get them. And she did ask me the other day, she's like, how are you doing on them? I was like, I think I have like 3. I think I have 3 left, but she hooks me up and then she makes a little bit of money off of it. So that's always cool too. Like that. Ah, thanks. And Mo put a link to those Arty papers.
She's always the one that you hear me say, I'm throwing this away, Susan.
Yeah, that's our friend. Who was like, just throw it away.
She made a very special
Yes. When we met
announcement when we were in Baltimore as she threw something away. She said, I don't keep every little single bit. When she packed up her stuff and left, we went over to the trash and dug it out. I did. Me and Xander. Okay, check it out. I don't know that it needs anything else. I think that that's just
Oh, I love it.
a lovely abstract design.
Hey, and you I love it because you use Carrie's circle things, his new stamp, Gringy Circles. And it was done on the gel plate. Check the boxes, and then I'm going to glue it down. And I don't know what you want to do on the back side of it, but actually the back side all by itself kind of looks pretty. But this is one of those, oh, yeah, you need to put a border on it. I don't know, though, the white's nice.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do black.
Oh.
I know that's a bold move, isn't it?
That wasn't a bold move.
Bold move. Okay.
Y'all watch. She's doing bold things.
Doing bold things, y'all.
Oh, goodness. This still had, I don't, is this my glue or is this paint or, I don't know. It's attacking me. We're going in order. We're just getting ahead of the game because then on Sunday, so that'll be, today's 20, so 21st, 22nd. So Sunday's the 23rd. We'll save 23 for Sunday.
Really, look at how cool this is looking.
Oh, this is one of those cool stamps too that like, when you stamp off, it, you know, fades out. It's a great one. I don't know. I think all stamps are actually pretty good for that.
I think this is going to be a lovely little frame around the edge. Now the trick will be to get that to go there without smudging a bunch of black all over.
That's right, Susanna.
This side.
Ooh, yes. This will be a feat in itself.
It will.
We cannot guarantee that there will not be transfer from
I'm
one
not holding my breath
Yeah, that's
here.
right. This is
Yes.
Ooh. All right.
Oh, and look at that.
That looks
Look
cool.
at that. We're letting that dry. That is going to be
Something else.
Incredible something else.
The next really cool thing.
Next really cool thing. But not at this time.
You got black hearts from Mo.
Woo! Check it out, Mariah.
Mm-hmm. Well done.
Frames that little booger out there just absolutely splendidly. Okay, this is pretty... Did muck up a little bit right there, but oh well.
You know, that's what people say about us. How splendid we are. Okay, says I did play. Yes, that's right. So Carrie did say I did plan the largest circle of the small stamp is very similar to the size of the small circles on the large stamp, so they can be combined.
Okay, that's Oh, heck, we don't want that. See if we can smush this around. Did you see that?
This is a sticky plate. This is the one that's been affected by the window.
It gloms onto my brayer.
It's extra sticky. Oh, hello, Jolynn. And hello, Allie. I don't know if I said hello or not. I don't feel like I did, but hello.
Oh, this is the back of the card.
Well, that's okay. You know, a little practice run.
I know, but now I've lost all of my really cool.
I don't know what to tell you, lady. You just, you know, grabbing things.
Look how cool that looks.
Take a screenshot, y'all. Hey, Ingrid. And those of you that have come in, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. If you're watching in replay, let us know down below in the comments. Oh, I didn't
know that that's the right color, but I'm going to hand it over to Mariah and let her do spraying where the white is.
All right, and I'll show you.
I'm just really bummed about.
Okay, here's 19 and 20 if you want to show the folks down that they're mounted.
Oh, that is just so nice.
Okay, so, oh, you're saying color-wise here to, okay, I got you. I got you, Patricia.
I knew you would, Mariah. I put a little bit more of this green on the edge of this one.
Okay. We need something a little brighter.
There we go. Look at that.
Yeah. Hi, Michelle.
I just think this is stunning. I mean, I really.
Oh, Mo says that number 20 is her favorite of the month.
Oh.
Well, and that was kind of one that we did at the beginning of the month. But yes.
Yeah, remember this was, you know.
That's from the Forest Leaves stamps by Darcy that were stamped onto, and that is the actual stencil.
Yeah, that we just called it.
Because it was good. It just needed
good gnu.
When the patina's too good.
All right, I'm getting an interesting brayer off over here. Check this out.
That's cool looking.
Isn't it?
Okay, we need to punch this up.
Very excited about that. All right, so now what?
You got 40 minutes. If that's what you were looking at.
That's what I was trying to see. Yeah. It wasn't showing me.
Hey, Lori girl. And hey, Brandy. I think the other Brandy came in, and Gretchen. The gel plate, it's the one of her gel plates we think was affected by the heat in the window, and it's just extra sticky.
All right. Really liking this turquoise. I don't really have like
I gotta get some blue on this thing.
Turquoise.
You don't have turquoise?
Well, I do. I have this one, but I don't really. It's kind of lame. I need some more juice.
Some more juice.
More juice. All right, here we go. Broken something China. I think that this is what is actually out there.
Oh, Carrie wants this. Can P show us what she'll do with the flower stamp off paper from the start of the live? Yeah, your red flower stamp off paper.
Yeah.
She's up for that.
Sure. Just let me get some stuff going here, because this is going to need to kind of set a spell.
It depends on who you ask, Lori. There's much debate about that.
About what?
Is turquoise basically the same as teal?
Oh, you don't even want to go there, girl. That's one of my rants. I think it's all a bunch of BS.
She's kind of she's a yes. It's all sort of the same thing. I'm a not necessarily. I feel like there are differences.
Well, I think there are too, but I don't necessarily think they're the ones that they designate.
Oh yeah, because she's not a firm believer in what the paint companies and such have named them.
Yeah,
it's basically it. Things are not aligning in the universe, according to Patricia.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
Well, you should, just putting it out there. You don't have to agree with me. I don't really care.
I don't necessarily agree with her, and I sit over here across from her.
Well, that's kind of a pukey.
Ooh, but I like it.
I don't really like it.
Oh, I like it. See,
Maybe it'll start getting better here once I get rid of all the muckety muck.
Yeah, because there's multiple
stamp
inks on there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a better approach for sure. So Darcy says, I remember Crayola crayons being like blue-green or green-blue,
yes.
Not teal.
That is an accurate way of...
And that's how she feels about it.
Yeah. This fancy naming.
I like fancy naming. It's good marketing. She didn't come from someplace.
Fancy naming is just...
marketing.
Yeah. It isn't a good thing to do as far as your
artsy fartsy fart people. Exactly.
What?
Diane's with me because she paint reps. I have to draw my thing on there. I don't know. I'm doing things to this 21 card, and it's not going in the direction I really wanted it to. Yeah, things are not falling in line over here.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I know. It's okay. And of course, my fingers are.
I need
blue. Hi, Paula. No worries. I know. And y'all's time changes this coming weekend, isn't it? And then we can all be back sort of, together again. Most is loving the overstamping to remove the ink on P's right hand.
Yeah, no, that's going to probably be the best one all day. Alrighty.
Okay. Last weekend of the month. Okay. Why did I think? Okay.
Gotta get rid of these things here because they're mussing me about.
Are they encroaching?
Don't have room for all that
Right.
stuff.
All that stuff.
Okay. Of course, I like this. So, what do I need here? I need to bring yellow in up there. I need to bring pink down here to this side. So, let's see here. Mariah, you need to take these back just in case they fall down here into the
void.
Into the, yeah. What we got going on here.
Okay, well, I think I pulled it around. I don't... That's not my best work, y'all. Not my best work, but... Getting her done. Oh, that's great.
What is it?
Because Diane used to have a store, so the reps would come in, and she said it was great fun whenever, like, the Matisse rep and the Golden rep showed up at the same time. They had a little argument.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We need to know. You can't just drop stuff like that and not, like, give us, more details.
Oh, and I meant to fill up my white. Didn't do that. Should just always do things when you think about them.
Yes, this is, his washy, grungy circles.
Always put more out than you really think you're going to need because you're going to need it anyway. Need to clean up the edge of that before I put some more stuff in there. Okay.
Is that gesso?
No, it is titanium white.
What brand? Golden.
Golden.
That's right, because we in our in the seconds stuff that we got from them, there was quite a bit of that. Oh, so Diane presented them with tell me the difference between teal, turquoise, and aqua. After 15 minutes, we still didn't have a definitive answer. Got some good discounts that day. I know. It is. It's a personal thing. Maybe that's a shirt we need. Turquoise, teal, aqua. It's personal. If you know, you know.
Got to find beans.
What? Oh. The coffee beans. Is that what you're...
Now, the reason I'm adding white to this is because I do want it to show up. And if it's transparent pink here, it's not going to. It will just get sucked up by whatever is in the background, in this case, that turquoise color. Isn't that just absolutely wonderful?
It is.
All right, let's bring in some.
And of course, if you don't know this, it's just a cut up piece of gauze. And then that's bricks. Oh, the bricks.
We always have a few bricks.
She loves bricks. I was just thinking that too, Sue. I was. Because they have like kind of a couple of teal or turquoise options. And then just have like the white writing. Or like I could do the 3 different colors, what I think them to be, on like a white shirt. I might work on that.
See, this is turquoise blue deep.
See, and I would not call that turquoise at all. That's, to me, that's blue. That's a blue. That isn't even like in the teal, turquoise, aqua situation to me. All right, you got 28 minutes.
I think I'm moving along at a quite rapid pace.
Well, remember, you need to bring back the flowers in and do the same kind of thing to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, she squirreled.
Sorry, guys.
she had some ideas about some things, and then no.
I do like those lavendery bricks over the top of that yellow. I mean, isn't that just special?
Oh, Carrie's being sweet. He says, "No worries if it's next stream or whatever."
Oh, for the
flower thing. I think you should show it just because I mean, kind of started the stream with the things, and you know you can add another 20 layers to this too in the next stream. But maybe if you get a couple layers down on the other one, then you can kind of, you know, bring them both back in. But it's nice when you let the things dry in between. Also, kind of also give you the opportunity to, you know, marinate on some things. Marinate. It's so funny because, you know, as I've been switching these out and flattening them out, it's like I have a whole little system here. It's like there's always one to pop off under the... Because I put the postcards underneath my cutting board that I have over on my side. And it flattens them out just beautifully. Oh yes, this is broken snake skin. It comes like this. This is one that actually has not been altered. As you see it is how it comes. See, to me, enough. Enough is enough, Patricia.
Okay. We're going to set that aside and try to find here it is. Well, now this absolutely, this needs some gel printing, but we can make some things happen here.
I'm telling you, sometimes she just likes the whole activity.
See, I was trying out some different things here, like the color of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got little scribbly, ugly, pencil-y, stupid marks here. And that what you do in one spot, you must also do in
at least
another.
3. Oh, it was grungy Easter. Mm-hmm. And you're going to do this and then you're going to put it on the gel plate?
Mm-hmm.
It's like potato chips. Once you start plinking, you know, you just can't stop. It's more dabbing, though. Because if you create texture, that technically is the plinking. Okay.
Oh, I'm running out of flopping down places.
Might be time to clean up. That's usually how that goes.
Okay. Probably need some more of this, so I'm not getting rid of it just now. I think I've probably got plenty of that. I felt like something.
Oh, did you? We didn't tell the folks that we found out what the sticky was the other day. And I told her that, you know, there was like a ring on the thing that she'd handed to me to smell. And I couldn't really smell it because, like, all I could smell was the paint. But there was definitely sticky everywhere. What was the sticky, P?
I don't want to talk about it.
It was indeed molasses. Because she had gotten a little, like, when she was putting her molasses in her...
Ran down
the side of her
down
cup.
the leg of her.
Yeah, of the cup. And then spread from there.
Yep, and that's what it did.
Oh, thanks, Mo. Mo has been dropping. Mo is Cookie Wookie, if y'all don't know, or if you're watching in replay and you have access to the chat. Do remember that the chat will not be accessible like right after the stream. So if you do enjoy reading chat, the best thing to do is to wait until the stream fully renders, and then the chat will show up. If you don't see it, usually there's like a little drop down, or I want to see the chat, or there's some kind of little option up in the upper right hand corner. And then if you're on your phone, I think if you swipe back and forth or something like that, the chat will show up. I know I'm giving this information towards the end of the stream, but, you know, hopefully this is helpful to anybody that is not sure. But yes, You gotta wait until it shows up. I don't know where I was going with that. Leave us comments down below. Oh, there's links to things. That's where I was at with that. With that. That.
Looks like a target.
Uh-huh. There you go, Sunny. Oh, look at that.
See, that's looking really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm even liking the picking up of
what color
the
was
blacks
it?
and
What color was that?
Was two. It was the benzie and the dia.
Together. Oh,
Iaralide yellow and the benzimazidone. So,
it makes mustard.
But isn't it gorgeous?
Like yellow mustard.
I mean, I think it's wonderful. Now we're going to come back with some more pointing now that we have our yellow established here.
And Diane has, you know, the internet has spoken regarding how to mix the different colors. Diane has posted that. That's the messy palette. She put that in the chat in case y'all want to know. Legit. Mm-hmm. Ooh, or to bring in the our arm's yellow. She's looking jaundiced. You need the honeycomb stamp.
I'm not stamping.
She's not stamping anymore.
I am not stamping right now. Let me see.
She's dabbing.
Make that
She's in full on dab mode. Well, depending on what it ends up being, yes, what it ends up being. Eddie, where I'm at on that. Anyway, yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. But we might make this into some different postcards or master boards. I don't know. This could just end up being packet papers.
Oh, look at that.
Bye, Darcy. Love and hugs to you, too. I don't know if she'd play along with that.
What?
If we started yelling at you, switch, and you have to change up which one to dab through. You gotta pick a new one.
Oh, hell no.
See? She's not fun like that.
No.
Never has been.
No.
But I like it. Hey, Jackie. No worries. That looks lovely, though. Kind of looks like you're looking through, you know, the dog had run out of the screen door into the flowers to chase something. That's the story.
Think it looks splendid.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm just putting that aside.
That's what's written on her report card.
It's going to be,
What are you doing now?
I'm just starting on this one.
Time.
Time.
Yeah, you do. you do indeed. What is okay? So we can do 22 and 23 on Sunday.
A little more burnt sienna than I wanted out there, but
Yeah, that's
all right. Mix it in with the blue.
Bye, Margie. Thanks for hanging. Bursting into spring. That's good.
There we go. Nice, grungy neutral.
What colors did you put out there to create that? Burnt something was part of it. And then some other things that are left over there. And
burnt sienna.
What was the addition?
Leftovers from the other.
Leftovers.
And notice how absolutely stunning that looks with the grungy bits on the edge here.
Mm-hmm.
Adding a little bit more pink to our mix here.
Well, we could just call it because you're just doing kind of the same things you've been doing.
Well,
or are you going to talk us through what you're thinking in here?
I think it should be self-evident.
Let me know in the chat. Is this self-evident? Y'all have self-evident, or do you have questions? Or like, I just don't know what to chitter chat about while she's doing this.
I mean, I just think this is coming along brilliantly.
Oh, it is. It's fabulous. I just, like, I don't know how to, talk through this other than she's dabbing in the stencil. And these are colors that she has made from leftovers. Mm-hmm. Mo has a very good question.
Yeah?
If you stroked a real-life dragon, would its scales move up and down like this stencil?
I think so. I believe so.
There we go. That could get me in trouble. Kind of like the, in the wild. She adds a little pink. Lifting. Did she like that? Will she put down more? I don't know. She liked it. She's going to put down more. Like that?
What?
Sonia wants to know, will you jelly plate or stamp next? What's going to be your next, like, after the poinking and dabbing?
That's a good question. I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, if you do something in one place, you should do it someplace else.
Yes.
And I'm really, I need this pink, and I can't get it because I've already...
You need to let it dry.
I need to let it dry.
Because you aren't going to get that pink.
And I need to wash up my sponge, and I will transfer this brown over to something else.
Well, swoosh it out onto a plate, and then you have something to tape.
This is true. That's an excellent idea, Mariah.
Fabulous way to finish up. It seems like that is becoming our kind of go-to ending of a stream. Whatever paint.
Here, let's go ahead and smush the paint on here.
This will be the next. This will be the next, you know, washi tape masterpiece.
Oh, this is kind of fun.
Ooh,
too.
I love that. That seems right.
Why is this looking really marvelous?
I do too. So, if you have leftover paint, just, you know, do a smushy thing onto the gel plate. This crowd really enjoys dragons, so I'm going to put that on the Venn diagram too. Dragon lovers. And unicorns. Oh. This qualifies as pointing. It kind of makes me want like a pastry. You know?
You know, we're going to see if we can suck up some stuff here.
Okay. You got 7 minutes to suck it up. Can she do it? Let's see. You've been in here this long.
Oh, it kind of did.
Yeah.
Okay. See if we can do a little bit.
Right? It has a very pastry feel to it. Like, you know, there's some kind of, you know, that foamy cream kind of moussey business. Like, Oh, by the way, I did have chicken the other day. It was fabulous. Yes, Neapolitan ice cream. Always leads to food over here. Somehow, some way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. That's almost a little shadow technique kind of situation. Because, you know, if you move the stencil around and pick it up and move it around and then pick it up. And it creates that's what we have named the shadow technique over here at PM Artist Studio. If you want to know more about those sorts of things, there will be a link coming into the chat here shortly to all of our PM isms. Because, you know, we got a glossary.
Ism them up.
We like to ism them. Ism. Or, you know. We like to claim it. Oh, yeah, that would be wrong. Yeah. And there we are.
That's going to look cool. Not finished yet.
Bye, Kathy. But wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. There's always another plate with something ready or needing something or got more paint or something's been stamped on. There's a pile of papers over there. There's a bag underneath there. We're never without the next thing. Aw, painting again. Come back, watch the replay. Let us know. Thoughts and feelings on dragons and unicorns. Yay or nay? Is that going to show through? Flip it over. Let's see.
Well,
I mean, before you go.
I need more of the white.
Oh, you feel like that's going to show better? Probably, yeah. Going to give more contrast. Oh. Very nice. That's called collaging directly to the plate.
Absolutely.
And in this, in that case right there, the key was that the previous layers are transparent. If that wasn't transparent.
Yeah. Okay, now before I get through, see, I have to spread this all around because
show them what you're talking about. Because she peels them.
Chunk of gunk.
Chunk of gunk.
Chunk of gunk.
Did you peel your brayer or clean it?
No.
You still have the bumpy lumpies on there?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Yeah, you really, yeah.
It really does need it, but I just don't like the colors that are on there right now. So.
I'm not satisfied with it.
And then I get the color that I really want on there, and I'm like, you know, I'm in the middle of something and I can't do that. I don't know where that.
Yeah, that's something.
Where did that green come from? I didn't even have anything out like that today. I guess
Picked it up somewhere.
Mixed up with the yellow and became.
It does happen that way.
Yellow and blue.
Totally. All right, my Arty friends, we will be back here on Sunday. Yeah, that's the next time we... Well, there might be a Saturday Scoots. I don't know.
There might be what?
A Saturday Scoots, but I don't know.
Oh.
We don't have any plans, but if the weather's great, kids have been playing, so I don't know what the scoop on Scoots is. That's a TBD. But we will be back here on Sunday. The two of us.
Absolutely, we'll be here on Sunday.
Yes, love and hugs to all of y'all. And in the meantime,
love you.
like a
Long haul.
bye, guys.